Hey there everybody, it's Ricky here again with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we bring you the facts, not fluff. Today's video, well, we're kind of going to hang out with an old friend. This is the Umarex Origin 22 caliber. I remember when Umarex first told me about this concept where you're marrying two different technologies to create like an internal booster and all of these things. I'm like, what? And then they came out with this, and essentially I thought, and I still do believe, that if you're brand new into air gunning and you want to get into a PCP air gun, you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want something that really performs well, I think the Umarex Origin is the best bang for your buck. If you don't have a way to fill your gun, you can buy it with the hand pump. Because of the booster, the internal booster, the ever pressure system they have in there, it makes every stroke more valuable as far as more productive. So it only needs about half as many strokes as a typical PCP to get to full pressure. And you can be taking shots very, very quickly, where if you get a traditional PCP, you have to get it up to a certain pressure just to start, and that could be 100 strokes of the pump. This, you could put, I think, 12 or 13 strokes of the hand pump in it, and you could take a shot if you need to. So the technology in this is unique to this gun. I haven't seen any other air guns that have brought this to the table. And it's one of the things that made it very easy for new air gunners, new PCP air gunners, to get into the sport and really get the most out of a very, very small investment. Umarex did come out with a version without the hand pump because it's just a really good gun on its own merits. And I haven't shot this in a while, so I wanted to get back out here on the bench. I've got some new pellets from H&N I haven't tested in this gun because they came out after this gun. So I thought, why not just do a pellet test? We've got some windy conditions today. It kind of fluctuates from being really nice to being really not nice. And so rather than trying to push it beyond what I think we're going to be able to do realistically, I've got my target set at like 26 yards. It's not very far away, but it's the perfect distance to actually just do some raw pellet testing. And if one of these does really well, maybe we'll circle back around, do another video, and see how far we can stretch it. The optic today, I am running the Dog Soldier Axeon scope. This thing is awesome. It's by Axeon Optics, which is something that it's down there. The logo is down there on the Umarex banner here. It's a really nice piece of glass. It's not that expensive. I'm not quite sure exactly what the retail is, but it's very affordable for what you're getting. 30 mil tube, really nice reticle, 4:16 illuminated etched glass, a very nice scope. So really, maybe a little bit overkill for this gun, although maybe not, because the Origin, in my opinion, is always shot well above its price point. So it may be just the right scope for this. What I've got here for pellets today, I've got, starting with the Caution Premiers 14.3, then we're going all the way up to the Monsters, the redesigns, at 25.39. So we've got quite the spread. I'm curious as what's going to happen as we go through these. Before I go any further, definitely want to say thank you to Umarex USA for sponsoring AirgunWeb. This video, a lot of videos that you guys see are brought to you by Umarex USA. So definitely want to say thank you to those guys. If you like what you see here as far as the gun, optic, that kind of stuff, I'll have links to their website down the video description. You can also look them up, www.umarexusa.com. And they've got not only these optics, but a ton of really, really cool air guns that you guys can go there and take a look at. So without further ado, let's do some shooting. So again, we're set up at 25 yards. Now I've sighted this in with the 15.89 grain H&N Pellets, which they did pretty good once I got them zeroed in. But I'm not quite sure how we're going to do with all these others. So I guess that's all part of the testing, right? So let's go ahead and get this filled up. We'll get set up. We'll do some shooting. Okay, so how am I going to do this test or this demo? I'm going to shoot probably 4 mags, and then we'll top it off. 4 mags, top it off, that kind of thing. I could probably do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4 and 4 should be fine. So we got 8 pellets here. That should be plenty. If there's like 1 or 2 pellets that are like primo awesome, maybe we'll have a shoot off. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay. One of the things I'll tell you guys, if you use a rifle rest that's adjustable like this one, if you find yourself like pushing down or lifting up to try and get on center, don't do that. Use the adjustments and don't fight the rest. It'll just help you be more accurate. Okay, top left, we're going to start with the Crosman Premiers. Let's see how they do. All right, let's just quit right now. It drilled right through the center. All right, that one went low. Okay, that's 10 shots. Boy, there were moments of that where I thought they were going to be like really, really good, right? Gosh, I want to do these in order. So let's do 15, 15, 15, 15, and 18, 18, 18, 18, 21. Okay, we'll do them like this. Next will be the field target trophies. All right, move down the next bowl. Here we go. All right. I mean, it's slightly better than the Premiers, only because we didn't have one like really weird flyer. All right, let's do the 1589 H&Ns. I have left out the 1589 JSBs this time around because we normally shoot the JSBs, well, we shoot those a lot. But now that H&N have their own 1589 and their own 1813s, it's kind of fun to try and see how they do. Real quick, I'll check my pressure. I'm just now getting to 3,000 PSI. So this fills up to 250 bar, which is like 36. So you're gonna get a lot of shots out of this gun. We have done some work with the shot curve, and every gun's a little different. Sometimes that booster was working a little bit better than in one gun over another gun. Ours was pretty consistent for a long period of time, but it's not an exact science there. Ours does pretty good, and I know other people are super pleased with what they're getting out of their 22 Origin. So I believe Angie's going to be working with the 25, so we should have some cool footage for the 25 coming up here. And I've got my 25. I'm going to do some work with that once I do a couple videos with this one. It's just, again, fun to get back and shoot stuff you haven't shot in a while. All right, 1589 H&Ns. Let's see how we do here. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. I like that quite a bit. A little more practice with me behind the trigger. It's been a while. But I think those 15.89 H&Ns are doing really, really well. It's not the only gun that has shot them well. So pretty cool to see we've got some pellet competition. I think that's good, you know. It's good that we have options that makes people get back to the drawing board and improve. So I think that's great. The more competition we have, the better products we as consumers get to enjoy. I'm a fan. Okay. This will be the last one for this series, and then we'll top it off and we'll shoot the heavier ones. So we're at 15.89 with the Hades. Let's see if they're going to hit lower or higher or about the same. Let's see. Sometimes they tend to go a little slower, so we'll see if they hit lower. Oh. That's it. All right. Well, that is awesome. That is just really awesome. I wonder how much air I have left. Yeah, I'm getting down around 2200 PSI. So we're going to top this off and then we'll shoot another 40 shots and we'll see if any of these can top what the Hades are doing. Be right back. Okay, so we've got the 1813 H&N. We're going to go with the upper right target. Let's see how she does. All right. Well, she hit a little low. That may be because we just filled up. Let's just see. Nope. I'm going to adjust. Okay. I'm going to use my mill dots to hold over. Okay. I have to check the camera on that, but I think after my first couple shots, I think things landed up in the black. I just have to double check because I couldn't tell if some may have dropped low again, but if they did, that's very good. That's very, very good. All right. We're going to move on to the Barracuda Hunter Extremes. These are 18.52, so they're a little bit heavier, but they're another hunting pellet, much like the Hades or like a serious hunting pellet from JSB. The Barracuda Hunter Extreme are a similar serious hunting pellet here from H&N. They have like this deep hollow point. It kind of looks like a Phillips screw head. And when they hit, if you have the velocity, which this gun does, they really give you some good expansion. All right. I'm going to, let's see, I wonder if I can just adjust my scope. All right, I'm going to see if I just screwed it up or if I'm okay. Let's see, take a shot here. I'm going to come up a little bit. All right. All right, so I did raise the scope a little bit after that first shot. We're just going to go with this. They're just climbing. Okay. I don't know if those are going to be the best ones or not. From that group, I know they're not going to be the best ones. I'll be curious to put them on a crony and see what they're doing. Maybe another day. Now we're moving on to the Barracuda Match. These are a heavy, long-range hunting pellet or target pellet from H&N. Let's see how they do. And these are 21.14. So we started at 14.3. Now we're at 21.14. Okay, I'm going to aim dead center and see how I do. Wow, those went really high. Let's just stick with it, see what happens. Same hole. So I'm going to use the mil dots to adjust. So I'm going to hold under, not quite 1 mil. And I'm saying not quite 1 mil based on the markings in the scope. It's not a first focal plane, so I'm at 16 power. So I don't know what that math works out to be, but it's about 1.25 inches low, essentially. Okay, those shot really, really well. Obviously, we would adjust our scope to make those work, but that would be a fun pellet on another day to maybe stretch out to 50 and see how it does. I don't know that I've shot the Barracuda Match in these before. Is this not going to fit? Hold on. Wow, okay, these may not fit in the mag, they may be too long, let's see. Oh, just barely, okay. So these are the these are the JSB redesigns. They're heavy. They're like as heavy as 25 cal pellets and a 22. Maybe a little much, but we'll see. All right, they go in the breech nicely. Some of these went into the breech kind of hard, which meant they're a little oversized, but those went in nice. Okay, I'm just going to take a shot, see where we hit. I'm aiming dead center. Okay, we're a little high. I'm going to take one more shot. Okay, I'm going to adjust with the mil dots. You know what? I'm not. I'm just going to let it group there. I mean, you guys get the idea that if I wanted to bring it to center, I could, but I'm just going to let it group right there. Since we're in the black anyway. Okay, that was stinking awesome. I know we're only at 25 yards, but we've got 8 different pellets here, right? And across 8 pellets, we got some pretty cool results. I'm gonna go grab that card and we'll wrap this up, but I'm very excited. I have not shot these redesigns in this before, and I am definitely gonna do some more work with those. I'll be right back. All right, let's go over this card here. Craftsman Premiers, I could tell as I was cycling them, some felt snug, some felt loose. When you have variation in head size, you're not going to get the accuracy that you want. They're a great utility pellet, but for pure accuracy, if you've got variations, you're not going to see consistency. It's just the nature of the beast. So I know people love them because they're really affordable. You can pick them up just about anywhere, and that's great. That means you can go do some shooting. That's awesome. But they may not yield the best results, and I just see that over and over and over. Now, there are some guns that, regardless of the size, they shoot them great. But I don't think the Origin is one of those guns, at least not in my testing. As we move to the field target trophies, and I think maybe they're just lighter. Maybe it doesn't like the lighter pellets. So these are 14s, okay, not great. We get into the 15s, and well, these are the H&N 15s and 15.89s, and that's not bad. I mean, that's certainly something we can start looking to work with. And then the Hades, gosh, from a I'm at 25, 26 yards. If you're hunting squirrel or you're doing that kind of, that's your thing. I mean, maybe you're shooting 35, 40 yards. I guarantee you those are still going to be perfectly acceptable accuracy-wise, even at that range. I could tell by that group. That's maybe a ½ inch at 25. You're going to be an inch at 50, give or take. It's going to be perfectly good at 50 yards with the Hades. I know because I shot them at 50 and they've done really well. So you start getting into the heavier stuff, and that's where things start to even get better. Now we go over here to the 18s, and our first 2 shots were low. I adjusted, and yeah, I mean, if you look at the back of the card, that's if I went center to center, we're talking maybe 1/4 inch. I'd have to mic it and then do the math, but that's pretty doggone impressive. Granted, just a scope adjustment, and you're going to be ruining either if you're hunting with them, you're going to be ruining whatever's day, or if you're target shooting, you're going to be doing really well with it. Jump down to the Hunter Extremes. Wish those had done better, frankly, but they didn't, and you guys are seeing it right along with me. I say this often, actually, at least most recently. I didn't shoot all of these and then film it. I filmed it as I shot them, so you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. There's no hidden tricks here. You guys are getting it at the same time I'm getting it. You're getting it. So I like doing things like that because I get then excited, genuinely excited when things go really well. And I'm, reasonably disappointed when they don't. You guys get the real skivvy on what happens from shot to shot. As we drop down here, I'm trying to remember if I just adjusted on that. I'd have to go back. I don't remember if I did or not. But these were, yes, I did. These were the Barracuda Hunter, no, these are the Barracuda Match. Thank you. I forgot their name. Barracuda Match. As we look back around here, those are definitely sub 1/4 inch, center to center. Gosh, it'd have to be sub 1/4 inch. And then we get down to the redesigns, and holy moly, I mean, that's my pinky. So, minute of pinky nail, really? You're looking at easily under 1/4 inch center to center on that group at 25 yards, which really makes me want to take these redesigns out and shoot them as far as I can go and see how accurate they are at whatever range we can take them. So I'm definitely, seeing that video in our future. So this is one of the reasons I like the Origin. Very, very different pellets. Now, if you're plinking in your backyard, none of these are so far out of bounds that you couldn't be having fun in your backyard with them. If you want to hunt, there's definitely some choices better than the others. But if you're just plinking, shooting tin cans, bottles, soda bottles, you know, you're shooting paper targets, steel targets, you're just having fun with your air gun, which is, this gun's priced appropriately for that kind of shooting for sure. Anything on the table here would actually do that and do it very, very well. Again, you want to shoot longer range with greater accuracy, you want to hunt with it, well, you've got some options that are going to do that a little bit better than others. And hopefully you guys learned something in this video. Guys, that's going to be it. Again, I want to say thank you to Umarex USA for sponsoring this channel, for sending over this gear. Really love this scope. This is, again, the Dog Soldier Axeon scope, 4-16, really nice etched glass reticle, side focus, 30mm tube, outstandingly good scope. Or I don't know if I say that right. Nah, if I didn't, who cares? It's a really, really good scope. But that's going to be it. Guys, my name's Rick Kutzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.